5 amazing details you missed about Haytham Kenway. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 details you missed or didn't know about Haytham Kenway. Haytham Kenway is one of the smartest, dangerous, and cunning Templars in the entire Assassin's Creed franchise, and his story is very interesting. The first detail you missed is Haytham Kenway didn't know Reginald Birch had his father Edward Kenway killed. Edward Kenway in his early life was a deadly pirate and later became an assassin. Edward was working with a man named Reginald Birch, who was the Grand Master Templar of the British Rite. But Edward Kenway didn't know that. Reginald Birch wanted to acquire the journal of Edward Kenway, so Birch had a man send 5 mercenaries to kill Edward Kenway, steal his journal, and kidnap his daughter Jennifer Scott, who was sold into slavery. During the night of the murder of Edward Kenway, Haytham saw his father get plunged with the sword through his chest. Haytham took one of the mercenaries' sword and stabbed his mother's attacker in the eye. Soon after, Edward's murderer knocked Haytham over but was prevented from killing him too when Birch arrived and slew the mercenary. Unfortunately, the 4th and 5th mercenary managed to kidnap Jennifer Scott. As we fast forward a bit, Birch took Haytham in and taught him the ways of the Templar Order and what their cause is. Haytham was enthralled by it. Remember, Haytham is only 9 years old. When Haytham was older, he spent most of his spare time looking for his sister. Even Birch and Haytham spent time together searching for her. In the years of searching for his sister, Haytham was getting closer and closer into finding her. In 1757, Haytham got a letter from his friend Holden that he knows where Jennifer is being held, which was in Damascus, where she was an attendant in the harem. Haytham rescued her, and Jennifer revealed to Haytham that Birch had ordered the attack on their home because Jennifer had discovered he was a Templar, and she informed Edward Kenway. Haytham started piecing everything together and went with Jennifer and Holden to kill Birch. The second detail you missed is Haytham Kenway could have killed Connor but chose not to. Haytham in Assassin's Creed 3 jumps on Connor and could have assassinated him instantly but didn't, which was strange. Then later in sequence 11 of Assassin's Creed 3, at the end of the battle between Haytham and Connor, Haytham was on top of Connor choking him, and at that moment Haytham could have assassinated Connor with the hidden blade but chose not to. And the question is, you must be asking, is why? Well, Otto Berg believes it's because Haytham had an emotional weakness, like when he discovered Birch killed his father and he got his revenge by killing him. Otto Berg believes that it was this emotional weakness that stayed his blade in killing Connor, but Connor didn't show him the same mercy. The third detail you missed is Haytham didn't know Edward Braddock was also behind Edward Kenway's death. In 1735, when Edward Braddock was 40 years old, he was already a Templar for quite some time. Braddock assisted Reginald Birch with his plans to acquire the journal of Edward Kenway, so Birch had Edward Braddock send 5 mercenaries from Braddock's regiment to attack Edward Kenway's home. The mercenaries successfully killed Edward and stole his journal while also kidnapping Edward Kenway's daughter. Haytham was only 10 years old when this happened. In 1747, Edward Braddock became a lieutenant colonel in the Coldstream Guards. In that same year, Haytham tracked one of the mercenaries who attacked his home, and his name is Tom Smith. Tom Smith is from Braddock's regiment in the Dutch Republic, so Braddock had Smith hung on the grounds of desertion before Haytham could interrogate him, but Braddock gave his fellow Templar Haytham permission to investigate among his troops. Braddock wrote a letter to Reginald Birch that revealed that the true reason for Smith's execution was to cover up any loose ends regarding the attack on the Kenway mansion, so Haytham was so close into finding out who killed his father, Edward Kenway. The fourth detail you missed is Haytham had a fellow Templar rival who is Edward Braddock. In 1747, Edward Braddock requested Haytham Kenway to serve with them during the war against the French, so Haytham aided the British as a member of Braddock's Coldstream Guards during their retreat from the siege of Bergen. As they departed on the ships, a man asked if his family could come on board. Haytham obliged him as there was room, but Braddock refused. The man responded by calling Braddock a craven, so Braddock angrily ordered his executioner Slater to kill them all. Even the man's family were not spared at all. Haytham witnessed more acts of cruelty and violence from Braddock as they served together and realized that Braddock was turning away from the Order's wider goals. Braddock and Haytham fought in several campaigns against the French, although Braddock became increasingly violent and cruel to the point that he ruthlessly killed civilians and his own allies alike without the non-corrupt authorities knowing. From there, Haytham disliked Braddock, and you can see in Assassin's Creed 3 they didn't like each other at all. The fifth detail you missed is Haytham kept a diary but never mentioned Shay Cormac. My question is why? My answer is Haytham saw how dangerous the Precursor artifacts are when Achilles pushed Liam onto the artifact. Haytham saw that no one should ever interfere with it. That's why Haytham sent Shay to retrieve the Precursor box for the Templar Order and for Haytham. I think Haytham wanted the box so he could study the box and manuscript to find an artifact that would open that door Zio showed him in Assassin's Creed 3. You could see that in Assassin's Creed 3 he was sad that the door couldn't open, and that in Assassin's Creed Rogue when he spoke with Shay, he was very interested if Shay was an expert in Precursor ideology. That showed Haytham really was obsessed with it, so he must have decided not to mention Shay in his journal to keep this matter very private. We could say that this was Haytham's personal dream because to me, it seems like Haytham Kenway is searching for answers on how to make a better future than the one they are living in. That's it, guys. Comment down below any details that I might have missed about Haytham Kenway. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe because I'll be uploading more videos like this in the future.